The crew also installed 2 jumper cables. These were inside the station. Obviously, this allowed for a power transfer, if you will, from loop A to loop B to continue operations inside. One was a contingency jumper cable that ran power from the S3 truss segment to the P3 truss segment, which is really the starboard side to the port side. The second jumper that was installed was to provide continuous power from the American or the U.S. segment of the station to the Russian segment through a American to Russian power unit, control unit. The station's attitude control essentially was never lost during the loss of the pump module or loop A on Saturday evening. And currently the station's attitude control is managed by 3 of the 4 control moment gyros, which are electrically driven gyroscopes providing stability to the station's attitude. There's additional redundancy, of course, if needed by handing over attitude control to the Russian segment. That would be then handled by thruster firings through the thruster jets located on the Russian segment. The Node 3 of the station also is fully functional. That's the Tranquility module that provides all of the exercise equipment and the, more importantly or equally important, the environmental control and life support system of the station as well on the U.S. segment. Other equipment that required attention during the loss of the pump module and loop A associated with the experiment sample freezers on board. One of those, actually 2 of them, are located in the Japanese Kibo laboratory, one of which was in operation. The minus 80 degree freezers. There's one located in the U.S. laboratory Destiny. So all of the samples that were in the Japanese module freezer were transferred by the crew members over to the freezer in the laboratory, which was indicated this morning by payloads teams that there were no samples lost associated with the loss of that freezer. Other payloads are either in safe mode or in standby mode, and much of the payload activity, obviously, for this week has been deferred so that the teams and the crew on board can concentrate on EVA or spacewalk preparations and execution. The station's robotic arm lost 1 string of its power, but it still is fully functional and in fact will be used, is planned to be used during the spacewalk to assist with ORU or orbital replacement unit movements while the crew members are removing and replacing the suspect pump module on loop A. In preparation for that, tomorrow on Tuesday, the station's mobile base, the mobile transporter on which the station's robotic arm, Canadarm2, is typically housed as its primary location, that will be relocated to a work site along the high-tech railroad in support of the spacewalk which is currently scheduled for Thursday. But the